This has been trending lately. A prominent Twitter account has cited the fact that XRP will become worth $9,589.12 very soon. And I bring this up because of how viral the tweet actually went, with over 104,000 views, 100 retweets, 6 quote tweets, and 1,063 likes. But let's get serious for a second. Is that even actually possible? Well, Ripple's co-founder actually thinks so, stating back on June 3rd of 2023, Arthur Brito envisioned XRP's potential at $10,000 per XRP with global scalability, which cites that Brito's ambitious vision for XRP reflects his confidence in the scalability and widespread adoption of the XRP digital asset. By aiming at the price of $10,000, XRP would join the ranks of the most valuable cryptocurrency in the market, and Brito's emphasis on global scalability recognizes the need to XRP for handling cross-border transactions on a massive scale, enabling its usage across various industries and populations. And again, this is quite significant because it's Ripple's co-founder, and quite clearly, he is not a typical individual. Additionally, over the last few days, we've gotten a lot of people that have emphasized that the XRP potential price is $10,000 plus, and that it could easily get there. Like back in 2022, the managing director of a major venture capitalist firm called Liable Capital predicted XRP could be worth between $10,000 to $35,000 per coin. This, of course, was to be after regulation and after it was to be determined that XRP would be the world global currency, with the main purpose of bridging different currencies together and facilitating their payment process. This has already begun, as we've seen many countries choose to include and integrate the central bank digital currency as part of the XRP ledger. Specifically, in this case, we've seen the Bank of Japan, the Bank of Dubai, the Central Bank of Colombia, and many others. But that being said, let's go ahead and roll the clip for you.
That could be resolved in a variety of ways, but it could also be resolved in regulation coming in over the top. We know it's imminent, though, right? So when I say imminent, I would be surprised if a quarter from now we're really still embroiled in the SEC lawsuit, because I think the state of affairs throughout the world is such that we're going to need a solution like an XRP for liquidity purposes sooner rather than later. So the question is then, okay, we've magically resolved it. Where does the price go? It's easy to project that it's a double-digit number. So I think it immediately shoots up to a $10, potentially $20. The wild card to me is that there is actually a deal to be done among the central banks and governments to basically have XRP work as the world's bridge currency, a neutral asset that could be traded between the central banks to move a specific type of fiat to another type of fiat. If that's what occurs, it's back to what we were discussing earlier. It's got to cover kind of all the money. And I think you're looking at a range that XRP would settle on agreement. So this would happen instantaneously, somewhere between $10,000 and $35,000 a coin. And our lives will be, maybe the same, maybe different. I don't know. Probably a little different.
It's also important to note that exactly as Digital Asset Daily had stated back on June 2nd of 2023, when the tweet showed that Ripple Labs co-founder Arthur Brito stated that XRP is designed for $10,000 and must be scalable to accommodate 7.5 billion people, and that is that $10,000 was common conversation at Ripple for XRP. Here is one tweet showing David Schwartz, Ripple's CTO, talking about $10,000 per coin, in which he mentions that the current minimum transaction fee is 10 drops. A drops is a millionth of an XRP, so even with no change in the fees, if XRP would somehow hit $10,000, the minimum transaction fee would be 10 cents. The minimum fee could be voted down to 1 drop. If you want to imagine a world where even a millionth of 1 XRP is too high a transactions fee, you can imagine two types of protocol changes. Another example of this is when David Short cited the XRP can't be dirt cheap and referenced a $1 million per XRP price point, to which he said it can't be dirt cheap. That doesn't make any sense. If XRP costs $1, they need a million XRP, which would cost $1 million. If XRP were to now cost $1 million per coin, the banks, in this case, they need 1 XRP, which would again similarly cost the same $1 million. But what's the main difference? The main difference is that higher prices make payments cheaper. Right now, you could buy $1 million house with Bitcoins. But when Bitcoin went $300, it was too much of a market mover and too expensive to be practical to buy a house with Bitcoin. So thus, higher prices make payments cheaper. And quite clearly, we've seen this. Now, before we jump further into the video, I do want to tell you guys to please show your support by hitting that subscribe button, smashing the like button, and letting me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The current price of Bitcoin, $30,537, and XRP currently down about 2% at 0.4761. Crypto market is generally in the red, but overall it does seem to be recovering as it is showing some bullish momentum. Alright, there's a lot more analysis that we do to decide whether $9,589.12 is actually a number that is feasible for XRP or not. Of course, we look at how XRP was built, clearly shows that XRP could reach potentially $10,000. But the biggest question is when? And so we're going to jump into that right after we roll the sponsor of today's video. Now, before we move further into this video, if you're trying to make yourself a ton of XRP by staking it, you'll have to use Dexpool, which is linked in the description. Now, I do want to say that they just sponsored this video, but they are actually one of the greatest platforms that I personally use to stake my XRP, and I've been staking with them for some time. Now, keep in mind, they give you your profits every single 8 hours and have over $386 million in total protocol liquidity, and that's increasing on a daily basis. They also have over 383 pairs and feature all of the top cryptocurrencies, including some of these smaller ones as well, so you can basically stake any cryptocurrency that you hold. And to top it off, for you guys, they're doing a 100 XRP liquidity bonus, in which you get a 10-day liquidity bonus. The offer is limited, and make sure you guys take advantage of this. Again, the link is down in the description. They have a bunch of options like top up, withdraw, and view your transactions, and it is extremely simple to do all of this, and you can actually complete it in only a few clicks. I personally have not only been able to withdraw my profits, but also my initial investment, and they allow you to unlock your liquidity at any point in time and reap the rewards still that you have gained, so you basically don't lose. That being said, make sure you guys do use the link in the description, and let's get right back into the video. Alright, so here we are back on the timeline as to when XRP is going to break that $10,000 point. So this is actually sourced by the account, which is 25 Hours Awake, and this is why I clearly titled it. These numbers are based on analytical predictions by the prominent analyst 25 Hours Awake and not me. Alright, so let's jump into the first price point. So it says $13.59. Now, this is labeled based on events, which actually is more logical, and this is why I even took this analysis. So yeah, the $13.59 is supposedly going to appear once we get an announcement of settlement. Now, this is actually quite clear because many people have predicted a $13 price prediction for once the SC Ripple lawsuit is completed, so it does seem quite reasonable. The second one is $157.29. This is based on XRP getting relisted and put back on all the exchanges that had delisted it prior to the Ripple SEC lawsuit. Not only is this going to unlock an entire United States market, which currently has XRP delisted, but it's also going to give clarity that XRP is officially in the clear, because that is the only way that they can be relisted. Just imagine 300 million people having now the opportunity to buy XRP in the United States of America. This is substantial, and with the long-awaited hype, many people are going to buy into XRP, thus triggering the supply of XRP to a decreasing level and increasing the demand, so the price of XRP will be forced to rise. You can also keep in mind that there's going to be a lot of small institutions that also go ahead and buy into XRP at that point in time as well, so it is very, very bullish, and there's going to be, like I told you, a massive demand wanted for XRP as soon as it opens up on the exchanges. The third phase is the thousands. Now we hit onto $2,948.34. This is set to happen when Ripple goes public or does an initial public offering, and the banks begin to come back and partner with Ripple. Now again, this is going to bring an influx of financial investors, which have significantly more wealth than retail investors, and so thus is going to trigger the price of XRP to a new high. Now we get into the biggest price prediction. This is almost $60,000. Phase 4 is going to be the global integration of central bank digital currencies on the XRP ledger, and XRP officially becoming the world currency bridge currency. So basically its job is going to be to facilitate payments across all the countries, and this is a bit far-fetched just because it would have to have all the countries simultaneously or even in groups go ahead and agree to use XRP. But if this happens, we're talking about all the world's money flowing into the XRP ledger, which makes sense that it would be worth $60,000. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you give this a like, you subscribe to the channel for more videos, and you share this video to your friends and family. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.